Have you ever felt like you're right on the edge? That one more push, one more tiny annoyance, and you might just snap? It's a terrifying feeling, but it's also a profoundly human one. Today, we're not just talking about stress. We're going deep inside the mind to understand the anatomy of a breakdown. What happens neurologically and psychologically in those moments just before we lose control? This isn't about judgment, it's about understanding. So take a deep breath and let's explore the science behind that critical tipping point. What we often call snapping isn't a random event. It's the culmination of a process, a cascade of psychological and physiological events. Think of your mind like a dam. Every day, life's pressures, work deadlines, family arguments, financial worries, even just sitting in traffic, add water to the reservoir behind that dam. This is your allostatic load, the cumulative wear and tear on your body from chronic stress. For a while, the dam holds strong. You cope, you manage, you tell yourself you're fine. But what happens when the pressure becomes too much? Let's look at the brain. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain right behind your forehead, is your CEO. It's responsible for rational thinking, impulse control, and emotional regulation. It's the voice that says, "Calm down, this isn't a big deal." Meanwhile, deep inside, you have the amygdala, your brain's alarm system. It's constantly scanning for threats and triggers the fight or flight response. Under normal circumstances, the prefrontal cortex keeps the amygdala in check. It's like a parent calming a panicked child. But chronic stress changes this dynamic. It weakens the prefrontal cortex. It's like the CEO is overworked, exhausted, and can no longer manage effectively. At the same time, chronic stress makes the amygdala more sensitive, more hyperactive. It's like the alarm system's trigger becomes hair-thin. The parent is tired, and the child is more prone to panic than ever before. This creates a state of hypervigilance. You feel constantly on edge, irritable, and find it harder to think clearly. The water level behind the dam is rising dangerously high. Now let's introduce the last straw. It's almost never a huge event. It's spilling your coffee. It's someone cutting you off in traffic. It's a misplaced set of keys. To an outsider, the reaction seems disproportionate, but it's not about the coffee. This minor event is the one drop of water that causes the dam to breach. In this moment, the exhausted prefrontal cortex essentially goes offline. It can no longer regulate the amygdala, which hijacks your brain. This is what's known as an amygdala hijack. The alarm bell is now clanging uncontrollably. A flood of stress hormones, primarily cortisol and adrenaline, surges through your system. Your heart pounds, your breathing becomes shallow, your muscles tense up. Your capacity for rational thought evaporates. You're not thinking, you're reacting. This is the moment of the snap. It can manifest as a sudden burst of anger, an uncontrollable crying jag, or a feeling of complete shutdown where you just freeze. The dam has broken, and all that pent-up pressure is released in a torrent of overwhelming emotion. This experience can be incredibly disorienting and often followed by feelings of shame or confusion. You might think, "That wasn't me. Why did I react like that?" It's crucial to understand that this is a physiological process, not a character flaw. It's a sign that your regulatory system has been pushed beyond its limits. It's your mind and body's desperate signal that something needs to change, that the pressure is unsustainable. So how can we prevent the dam from breaking? The key is to manage the water level proactively. This means recognizing the signs of rising stress before you reach the tipping point. Are you constantly irritable? Are you having trouble sleeping? Do small things feel like huge catastrophes? These are your warning lights. Awareness is the first step. It's about learning to listen to your body and mind. Building resilience is like reinforcing the dam. Practices like mindfulness and meditation are incredibly powerful. They aren't just about relaxing. They actively strengthen the connection between your prefrontal cortex and your amygdala. It's like sending the brain's CEO to the gym. A stronger prefrontal cortex is better able to soothe the amygdala and keep things in perspective. Regular exercise is another non-negotiable. It helps metabolize excess stress hormones and boosts mood-regulating neurochemicals. It's also vital to have pressure release valves. You can't stop the rain, but you can control the flow of water. This means having healthy outlets for stress. Talking to a trusted friend, a family member, or a therapist can be a powerful release. Journaling, engaging in a hobby, or simply spending time in nature can also help lower that allostatic load. It's about creating space for yourself to decompress, so the pressure doesn't build to a critical level. Recognizing our triggers is another essential piece of the puzzle. What specific situations or stresses consistently add the most water to your reservoir? By identifying them, you can either develop strategies to avoid them or, if they're unavoidable, prepare yourself mentally and emotionally to handle them more effectively. This isn't about avoiding life. It's about navigating it more skillfully. If you feel like you're constantly near the breaking point, please know you're not alone, and it's a sign of strength to ask for help. A mental health professional can provide you with personalized tools and strategies to manage stress and build emotional resilience. It's an investment in your well-being, reinforcing your mental dam for the long term. Understanding the anatomy of a breakdown demystifies it. It moves it from a place of fear and shame into the realm of biology and psychology, where we have the power to make positive changes. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the mind. I hope this brings a bit more clarity and compassion to a very human experience. If you found this helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content about psychology and well-being. Take care of your mind, and I'll see you in the next one.